For 11 years, Ethan Miller believed silence was safety, a life built on routine, love, and the promise that his son would never feel the pain of abandonment he once did. But when a familiar knock echoes through his door, the past he buried returns wearing a trembling smile, and the name Claire. She says she wants to make things right. Ethan swears he'll never let her hurt their son again. Then Leo whispers something that changes everything. "Dad, I've already been talking to her." Ethan Miller had built his life around silence, the kind that filled the small two-bedroom house after his son, Leo, went to bed. It was a silence he'd made peace with, a quiet reminder of promises broken and love that had turned into ash. For 11 years, it had been just the two of them. Ethan cooked breakfast, packed lunches, and helped with homework. He was mother and father, anchor and sail. Then one Thursday afternoon, while he was sanding a cabinet in his workshop, a knock came at the door. When he opened it, time stopped. "Hi, Ethan," said the woman he hadn't seen in over a decade. "Claire," the mother who had walked away when Leo was just 5 months old. Ethan's chest tightened. "You shouldn't be here." "I know, but I need to see him." The words came like a stone skipping across calm water, soft, but enough to ripple everything he'd built. That night, Ethan couldn't sleep. He stared at the ceiling, remembering the hospital room where she'd promised forever, remembering how she'd left a note and vanished to find herself, leaving him to pick up the pieces. He thought of Leo, kind, curious, and sensitive, and how hard he'd worked to protect him from this pain. But now she was back, and the question that burned was why. The next day, Ethan told Leo, carefully, "Your mom came by." Leo froze, the spoon halfway to his mouth. His eyes darted away, guilt flashing across his face. Ethan frowned. "What? I already know," Leo whispered. The words cut deeper than he expected. "She's been talking to me," Leo confessed. "For a few months. Online. I wanted to tell you, but I didn't know how." Ethan sat there, numb, as his son's voice trembled. "She said she's better now, that she's sorry." Ethan pressed his palms against the table, breathing through the ache in his chest. "Leo, you don't know what she did. You were a baby." "But I want to know her," Leo said, his voice breaking. "I love you, Dad, but I've always wondered why she left." "Don't I get to ask her?" That night, Ethan stood outside Claire's rented car, the streetlight catching in her tearful eyes. "I didn't come to take him away," she said softly. "I just want a chance to be part of his life, if he'll let me." Ethan looked at her, at the woman he'd once loved, at the years that had carved regret into her face. He wanted to slam the door, to protect Leo from the heartbreak that once destroyed him. But Leo's words echoed in his mind. "Don't I get to ask her?" "Okay," Ethan said finally, voice heavy. "You can see him. But on my terms?" Claire nodded, tears slipping down her cheeks. As she walked toward the porch where Leo waited, Ethan stood back, a father caught between forgiveness and fear. The silence that followed wasn't the same as before. It wasn't empty anymore. It was waiting for whatever came next.